Tell us a little bit about your rookie season as a WNBA player.
Yeah, so think about it this way. You go from the pinnacle of going 39-0 at UConn, being drafted number 2, as you said, Sarah, to then starting out 0-13, I believe. Yeah, it was devastating. As a player, it was very difficult to process because at UConn, you're used to almost being a professional. And I always say you come pro ready. The media is traveling with you. You're getting the best of everything. The goal every year is a national championship. And I got to the WNBA and the resources weren't the same. The media wasn't traveling with us. And it almost was a step back. And so to process that as an athlete, not only around the sport, but also in the locker room where there were teammates that necessarily didn't even come from winning programs to understand what winning looked like. That was challenging. But then insert Bill Laimbeer. And for all of his little quirks, he sat me down right away as a rookie and he said, look, I know about winning, you know about winning. This is the direction I want to go in. If you walk with me, step by step, we'll be able to get there. And that's when we turned it around the next year and went from worst team in the league to first and winning the WNBA championship. But it really was about having that winning culture. And I learned as a rookie, that's just not a given.
You know, I listen to you and I think about having somebody have your back and saying, you're not in this alone. Right? And so anytime you're in a new experience, a rookie experience, it's almost like you need that person to help you or guide you. I'll say for me, a rookie experience that really sits is when I went from newspapers to television. And I was extremely confident in the reporter I was, in the storyteller I was, in the mechanics of getting what you needed as a journalist. But being on television was so different. I don't even know that I wore mascara before I was ever on television. It's your hair, it's your makeup, it's not writing 1,500 words, it's talking in a 20-second clip. I didn't know what an earpiece was, I didn't know what an IFB was, I didn't know that the microphone was so powerful you didn't need to scream in the Superdome. And it was one guy finally saying to me, you've got this, I believe in you, I'm going to help you. And here we are all these many years later, and I know that there are still Steelers fans that think I can't do it, but oh well.
But that's what it's about. It's about belief. I think about the role I'm in now as an NBA analyst for the Brooklyn Nets, and it's about seeing someone and understanding those opportunities. And I look at you now, we're talking about your rookie year in the WNBA. I mean, you being the VP of basketball operations and team development for the New Orleans Pelicans, you're a part of the push. We see it across many leagues, but in particular the NBA. And I got my first opportunity as an NBA analyst because it was a scheduling quirk with our analysts. They understood my prep, they understood my background, to try it for one game, and the attention that surrounded it as a female doing that role was something that I'm so glad we're starting to progress from, something being less of a novelty, more of a norm. But a lot of it was this job, and I think you asked me about this earlier, Aditi. Is that what you always wanted to do? And I didn't understand that I would have the opportunity to do a role I was so passionate about and covering a league that I wanted to do. And so many individuals have broken the ground. I look at Doris Burke, I look at Ann Myers-Drysdale. If those individuals and women had not laid the foundation and been so spectacular, these opportunities may not come. And I think that's what we're trying to do, afford the next generation these opportunities. And Andrea, you are the one that has helped lay the foundation for all. We would not be sitting here and have the opportunities if not for individuals like yourself who were the ones that started to create those pathways for us.
Well, thank you very much. As the resident elder stateswoman, yes, I have had my share of rookie firsts, the first female producer, director, writer, editor at NFL Films, the first female correspondent at ESPN, and then to your point about being an analyst, very proud of being the first full-time female NFL game analyst. But you never forget where you came from. So 1989, my first ever live shot with Deion Sanders. This is in the Sports Illustrated archives. They bring this out every year around the draft. The part of my most memorable thing was at one point I'm interviewing him and I said, I don't know if you saw in that picture, I said, oh, it looks like you're wearing your signing bonus already, because he had more jewelry. And Chris Berman, I hear him in my ear going, did she just say that? Did she just say that? And that was my inculcation to live television and the NFL draft. And I'm pretty proud of where it's moved on since then.
Yeah, to say the least.
But we should never forget where we came from. I think that's a huge message to take away, because it has made us where we are. We've all paid our dues.
Yeah. Where we came from and the people that helped get us there.